It's day 2 on the Disney Fantasy.
And it's a C day.
Today was a sea day on our way down to Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point.
Yeah, you
Got it
did
the first try. So it's about 300 plus miles, I believe, from the port to our destination. So we spent all day traveling, choo 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 choo, or chugga chugga chug, whichever one we want to use. But yes, we're heading down there. It's a sea day. So today we woke up a little bit later than normal because there's nothing to do on a sea day but explore.
I like to think of a C day as a choose your own adventure day. And what's nice about a C day is you can make it as active or not active as you want.
Yes.
And so we just had very different days today.
Yes.
I slept in until 11, and then I ordered room service breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I went to the rainforest room where I enjoyed the loungers and the sauna and the hot tub and had a lovely conversation in the hot tub with this woman who is getting her PhD in performance art. But specifically, she's working on her dissertation related to representation of people in larger bodies in performance art, in movies, in music, in cinema, etc.
Okay.
And it was fascinating. And, you know, not someone who I would have met in real life. And so we had this lovely conversation about how people are coming to realize that people come in all kinds of shapes and sizes, and body positivity, and, you know, respecting yourself, and the importance of representation and seeing yourself in media. And it was just such a wonderful conversation. And, you know, Disney brings all kinds of people together.
Yeah.
And then I spent some time in the lounge chairs, and that was lovely until there was some coughing going on. And I was like, time to go. Nope, not trying to get sick on this
No,
cruise.
wouldn't want to get sick.
Whew.
You didn't get
So, and then I came back, and Adam was here and wanted to go do something, and I was like, and he's like, do you want to just stay here and chill? And I was like, yes, I do. So I stayed in the room and I chilled, and I watched some YouTube videos to prepare for our adventures tomorrow, and I just relaxed, and that's okay. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I was feeling some kind of way about it, but I was like, no, it's a C day. I can do what I want.
Yep.
And so my adventure today was very relaxing and passive.
My choose your own adventure day started with me getting up early, which is normal for me, like 6 a.m. or so. I was up and I was like, okay. And I just laid in the bed and just relaxed. After that, I decided to go, and I went to several of the clubs. I went to one of they had a DVC member lounge event that I went to. That was nice. They had like a trivia.
You got a hat?
Got a hat. Then I also went to a couple of the lounges and got footage of the lounges, the Tube, the other lounges and stuff, the Skyliner Lounge I went to. Did a bunch of exploring, just roaming around the ship. Then
Saw Donald?
Yes, I saw Donald.
Did you
also
say happy birthday?
Today is June 9th, Donald Duck's birthday. And so he was
He's
just
90 today.
90?
90.
I thought it was 80.
90.
90. Okay. He looks good for a 90-year-old man.
He does.
Or person.
Duck.
He looked good for 90. So after that, I went to the DVC Lounge member event. Then I also had a culinary, you can make it your own, or anyone could be a chef. That's what it's called.
Anyone can cook?
Anyone can cook.
It was from Remy.
Yes, anyone can cook. And they did mention Remy. And so essentially they made ravioli lobster, which the chef prepared for us. Or he did one on the stage, and we had one that were pre-made. They were fairly good. After that, I came out, got a snack. Then by the time that was done, I went to the open house that they have for Oceaneers Club. Certain days or certain port days, they open up the kids clubs so everyone can see. Normally, they're locked to only the parents and children.
The parents can't even hang out. Like the parents can drop off their kids, but like
They can't go in. Okay.
I mean, I'm sure they can like go in and say like, "Hi, Sally, go play now," but like they can't like spend all day there.
Okay. Okay. So I went and I got pictures with my commemorative stormtrooper popcorn bucket.
His popcorn bucket. Which, what happened when you were walking around with it?
Okay, somebody offered to buy it because there are no more on the ship. So last night,
And they offered you twice the price.
yeah, I mean twice the price, and I thought about charging them like or how about 500?
Oh my
But I was
gosh.
like, no, Adam, don't say that, don't say that. But yes, it's a commemorative stormtrooper helmet bucket. They had two types of popcorn buckets available. One is
They had several different pops. It's just those two were the fun ones. Like
fun
they
ones.
had the Mickey balloon one. They had the regular schmegular ones. Like they had other ones.
Okay, so I got a picture also, I believe, of the Pizza Planet truck popcorn bucket. After that, I think I came back to the room and Brooke was just chilling here. And then I decided to go watch Aladdin, which is the theatrical show on board, which I highly recommend. Anytime they have a live event, you should go to. You could probably hear in the background right now, just left the theater trying to get ahead of the crowds. Always go because their production shows are really great. And they always tailor them to the current events because there's supposed to be a Taylor Swift thing going on this cruise today, and Jenny made a reference to it and made a reference to all the Swifties out there, and a couple people answered to that. So again, this is a great show to come to. I always recommend any of the shows they have, you need to go and view them. They're great. Current events, they always try to plug Disney stuff, but also plug current events that's going on in the world. So yeah, it's a great show to watch. Tonight was formal night, and we went to Animator's Palate.
Let's really try to stump them.
Still not my favorite restaurant at all. The rolls are cold.
I'm guessing they're gonna make a shake.
Right again.
Oh my god.
Anybody else?
Animator's Palate is a real weird restaurant to go to on a formal night.
Yes.
But I will say they did a much better job with the menu today. I hated the last time we were on the Fantasy. I hated everything about Animator's Palate. Like I just could not stand this restaurant. So I ordered, and the guy was like, "Just pick something you like on the menu, and we will make a version of it." I was like, "Okay, fine." So I picked like pasta. I was like, "Let's see what they can do." It was pretty good actually, and I also picked butternut squash soup, which I was kind of dubious as to how they were going to do that. It was different. It wasn't the creamy, smooth like butternut squash soup you would imagine, right? It was a little chunkier. It seemed like it had either like a vegetable broth or a chicken broth type of base to it, but it was good. It was definitely like hearty, and but yeah, it was good. Like I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the pasta. It was like a pasta with a bolognese sauce on it, and they did a really good job on that. And they made a dessert that was off menu, so like I can't even tell you what it was. It was like if you made a cake of pudding.
Yes, it was like tastes like pudding, but very thick, almost
sliceable pudding.
dense pudding. Like sliceable pudding.
If you can slice pudding,
yes.
That's what this was. But it was good. It was good. Like
with a
it was
walnut.
It had like a walnut base. And like a almost ganache type layer to like hold it all together, and it was good. I ate about a third of it, and then Adam took care of the rest of it for me. But I was pleasantly surprised. Now, Crush was loud, and so I mean, it was that, but it was fine, right? Like it wasn't. I mean, I swear, Adam kept trying to tell me something, and every time he would talk, they'd be like, "Ah!" like just like these, and so it was like, all right, we're just not talking today. That's fine. We'll just smile at each other and wait. The way that the Turtle Talk with Crush works, they talk like. There's some like let me not ruin the magic. Crush literally speaks to you and has conversations with you. It's not just recorded.
Very, very interactive.
And so the woman 2 tables over, like there was this was like an older couple, right? And no kids with them, and they were having this conversation with Rush because where we were, there weren't a whole lot of kids, so he just picked their table and started talking to them. And she was like, they were like, what's the greatest thing you did today? And she says, we went to Palo, right? And he's like, oh, that's awesome. He's like, what's the best thing you had? And she says, turtle soup.
And
I like
Crush's
nearly
eyes,
lost it.
he's interactive. So he is like expressive. His eyes like almost bulged out with like,
Yeah.
it says, tell me you're joking. Tell me you're joking. Tell me you're joking. And basically he's like, yes, I'm joking. So
Yeah.
it was like, okay, wow.
But like the technology is really impressive. Like if
It
you
is.
just stop
Very, very
and
interactive.
ignore how loud it is, like it's actually pretty good tech. Like there's a bunch of different screens around the
Seating
room,
yeah.
but it's set up like basically it's a, what does he call it? It's like it's a people tank, right?
Yes.
So the ocean is everywhere, and we are in the tank, which makes sense because we're in the middle of the ocean. So like it kind of like it's smart.
Yes.
And so they are the ocean, and they're looking in at us because we're the people tank, and they want to see. It's like so all these people are coming to all these fish are like coming to see like who are these people. And you can see the fish, like they'll go from one
Screen to
window,
screen.
and then like there's
Goes to
another
the
window over here, and you'll see them again, and like you'll see them going
So
around
then
and
they
the
can
other
go
way.
all around you like in a
And so it's
continuous-
like continuous, and
Yeah.
it's. I mean, the tech is impressive, and the way that his facial expressions were like
really, really
so
good.
very animated in this live action thing.
And so after he left the lady, he went to another table and he says, you wouldn't believe, the lady over there is talking about having turtle soup.
Yeah.
And so it was like, he basically took from one table conversation, went to another part of the room, started talking about the turtle soup. Like,
Yeah,
it was like just so funny.
That was good. Like
was funny.
I wish they could just turn down the volume just
it's
a
loud.
tiny bit, but it was. I have much less attitude about Animator's Palate than I did, up to yesterday. So they redeemed themselves. What did you have?
I had the tuna tartare, which I always love. It's like a smoked salmon, mayo.
Salmon or is it tuna?
It tastes like salmon. It tastes like smoked salmon.
Then why are you calling it tuna?
That's what it smells. Tells say.
Okay, it's
Okay.
some
After
fish.
that, I had the beef tenderloin, which I didn't care for. It tasted all right in the beginning, but after that second or third bite, it was like, I didn't like it as much. And I told the server, and it was like, okay, when I bring something else, I'm like, no, I'm done for the night. And so, yeah, so that was it. Then I had, you can get, again, with the meals here, you can get multiple different things, want to try different things. They had like a lemon icebox cake or pudding. It reminds me of key lime pie. Same flavor, but no meringue or top layer. Also, I had tried the second item, which was a apple crisp rice pudding with vanilla ice cream. So vanilla had rice pudding on the bottom, an apple crisp granola layer on top, and a scoop of vanilla on top of that, it was pretty good. It was very good. It was something unique. Like I don't see that on the menu, or I think it's maybe exclusive to the Fantasy right now. But finished that off, and then I finished most of the lemon icebox cake and the rest of Brooke's pudding cake. After that, we walked around a little bit because tomorrow is we're going to stop by Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point. We had to get hats.
I bought a hat. So as I was preparing for tomorrow, we are on the inaugural cruise for Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point, Disney's new private resort on the island of Eleuthera in the Bahamas. They did a preview cruise, mostly for media and people who wanted to pay for a very expensive 3-day cruise. And so there's lots of videos that are coming out now, and so I've been reviewing them to try to learn as much as I can so that tomorrow we can be as informed as possible, both for our own experience as well as to provide content for you all.
Yeah, let you know what's up.
So, a couple things kind of had me nervous. So, on the map that they released for Eleuthera, it has certain areas that are marked accessible pathway to the beach. I can see from the videos that there are lots of places where you have to go upstairs, over a bridge, and downstairs to get. I mean, it's like 4 stairs, but stairs nonetheless, to get over a sand dune situation from like where the chairs and things are to where the beach is. And I was hoping that those accessible points would be truly accessible, like a Moby mat or something of that sort. I don't see anything like that. Also, one of the cruise videos that we were watching interviewed someone who was in one of the accessible cabanas, and they mentioned that the sand beach chairs have not arrived, which is problematic. And they also mentioned that in the cabanas, the doors aren't powered, and so they were having a really hard time with the doors, and generally they were having a hard time with accessibility. Since this is the inaugural cruise, we go tomorrow, and then we go again on
13th.
Thursday or Friday, yeah.
Friday,
so if they don't have it fixed by the first time we port, they might have it fixed by the second time. So we will watch and let you know. But I'm a little disappointed that they don't have those things in yet.
Right.
But I'm also just trying to, be optimistic that maybe they will have resolved some of those issues by the time we get there. I also saw that there are some other things that just are a little concerning in terms of the island. There's not a lot of shade when you're coming to the port, so that's why I got the hat. There's a lot of areas where, you're kind of out in the open. They planted a lot of trees and things, so, a couple years from now, they'll have more shade, but right now they don't. So I'm thinking that a hat's going to be really important for the next couple of years to just have some of that shade. And they do have a lot of structures, so that'll work. But yeah, there's a couple of things like that I'm just nervous about for tomorrow.
Yes, and again, it's inauguration,
we'll
so hopefully once we get feedback and stuff, they'll start to fix it and get everything up and running and stuff. Because again, unless you tell Disney, like they won't know unless we let them inform them.
Mm-hmm. But we are going to go to bed because we are exhausted. We've had, even though it was a relaxing day, it was still a long day.
Yeah.
And we have a big day tomorrow. So we're going to call it here. But thank you for watching. And until next time,
stay strong.
Stay creative.
And keep exploring.
We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.